Welcome back, everybody, to Razzpuytin Gaming Presents. This is our ongoing Platinum Trophy game guide for Atomic Heart. This is 11 tips and tricks to get you through your game a lot easier. Some of these are pretty obvious and you might know them already, but some may not be. So let's get started. Number one, red dome roof buildings. Those are your safe zones. They'll have the save spot and Nora so that you can upgrade your weapons and your abilities. And most of those buildings will have both items in it, both the save spot and Nora. There are a couple that only have a save spot, and I think there's one or two, if I remember correctly, that have just a Nora in them. Number two, blue dome roofs. These buildings look exactly like the red dome roofs, but these will be your testing grounds. Now, not all testing grounds come through blue dome roofs, but every blue dome roof building you see will contain a testing ground. All testing grounds need to be accessed via a camera somewhere to unlock them so that you can get in and get all the goodies out of them. There's lots of good blueprints in those testing grounds, and if you follow through my walkthrough, you'll get through all the testing grounds, pick up all the goodies, and get plenty overpowered. Number three, if you're hunting trophies, you'll want to disassemble the PM pistol, the Makarov, and the railgun after you get the trophies to those specific items. In my guides, I show you where to build those, what trophies are linked to them, how to get them, and when to disassemble them. And note, whenever you disassemble weapons, you get back all the materials that went into them, same as upgrades. So if you don't like an upgrade that you put on a weapon or you found something better, you can switch it and you can get those materials back. Number four, to tell if you can make a jump or not, as you face the area you're looking to jump to, your hand will reach out, or if you have a weapon, you'll see the weapon reach out, and then you know you can make the jump. Also, for a lot of the jumps, you'll want to use the X and circle button. That's a jump dash. That'll get you more distance. So if you're having trouble making a jump by just using X, try using the jump dash feature. I mentioned this early in one of my videos because it's required in the first underground area. Number five, don't forget to scan often. I didn't scan as often as I should have been, but you'll need to scan to get a trophy. There's a scanner trophy for identifying 25 separate enemies, distinct enemies. This includes bosses. There's a lot more enemies than that in the game, so don't worry if you've missed some, or if you forget to scan a boss or something like that. You will still be able to get the trophy. You can get it a lot earlier than I do in my playthrough if you stay at it. Also, you want to scan to help you find collectibles like dead bodies and the dead animals. Although I show you right where they are, if you scan for them, you'll see them be represented in white. Anything that shows in white is an interactable item. So the enemies will be orange and interactable items will be white. Number six, the game only allows 10 saves maximum, so be aware of that. You'll start writing over your saves after you make 10 of them. So just be careful that you shouldn't need 10 saves if you're following through on my video guides. You'll see I save often, and I've never overwritten any save that I needed. We never have to go back that far. Generally, 1 or 2 saves will be all you ever need. So the 10 save max shouldn't matter, but you should be aware of it, that's how the game works. Number 7, the blueprints you receive outside of the testing grounds are sequential. So if you miss a box or something that's shown in my video guide that has a blueprint in it, you will still get that blueprint in sequence. So you're not going to get ones that pertain to the rocket launcher early in the game, for example. They all are sequential, except for the ones inside the testing grounds. The ones inside the testing grounds are set and you'll get the ones that are designed to be there. Number 9, being underwater is safe. If you're outdoors, especially around the big lake, and you start to get overwhelmed, if you just run out to the deeper part of the lake and start swimming underwater, you'll be safe, and you'll de-aggro most, if not all, of the robots. And that's true even for the areas that have water inside some of the buildings that you'll go to. Some of the testing grounds have water in them. If you're underwater, you are in a safe zone. You cannot be attacked. So you'll see in my video guides, I do a lot of traveling and swimming underwater, especially if you're playing on the Armageddon difficulty. You'll want to use underwater travel to keep you as safe as much as possible. Number 10, you can back out of any color-coded lock and get a different one. So this is not true for the regular where you snap your fingers and you turn the red posts into green posts and they drop down into the lock. But the color-coded that have the blue, yellow, red, green dots on them that you need to line up, if you're having trouble with one, just back out of it and jump back in and you will get a new color-coded lock that might be easier for you to manage. But that's an easy one. You'll see I took some time on some of my locks, and it would have been easier if I just backed out and went back in. But you can always do that. It doesn't cost you anything. The locks do randomize each time you go in and out of them. And the last thing about scanning, so I guess this will be number 11. The last thing about scanning is that you cannot scan through walls, doors, glass, things like that. The scan will work, but you won't register the enemy robot if that's what you're trying to do to scan them to get their identification. You will be able to see them. You just won't be able to register them. So if you're trying to get the scanner trophy, scanning through walls will not work. Or railings or banisters or anything like that. You need to have a clear line of sight to them. So I hope these 11 tips and tricks help you out and you're able to utilize them to more easily get the platinum trophy on your trip through the game. Appreciate everybody watching, tagging along. I'm glad to be back doing videos again. Hopefully you guys learned something from my video guide on how to get through Atomic Heart in easy mode and get all the trophies. At the very end of the video series, I will show you how to get the Armageddon trophy, even though you played the game on easy mode. There is a way to cheese that and get the Armageddon trophy, and then subsequently get the platinum trophy. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and be safe out there.